So for my Science Global Ocean Issues project, I chose the topic of marine debris. So first, let me tell you what marine debris is. Marine debris is plastic or garbage washed into the sea from land, non-solid biodegradable materials floating at sea. Plastic materials include bags, bottles, strapping bands, soda rings, synthetic fishing nets, and fiberglass. Over 200 billion pounds of debris loiter in our waters. The million tons of plastics in our water is breaking down and leaving toxic chemicals in the ocean, posing a threat to the wildlife and humans. Oceanographer Charles Moore, who has visited the garbage patch 8 times, found items like hard hats, umbrellas, and other objects all in our waters. So this is a chart from the Ocean Conservancy representing the different debris in our oceans. So you can see that the biggest one is 64%, which is shoreline and recreational activities, which is litter or debris that comes from people like you and me. And the second is smoking-related activities, which are cigarettes or lighters, so on and so forth. The marine debris affects wildlife in many different ways. There's ingestion and entanglement, but it doesn't only affect living creatures in our ocean, but it also affects us humans. Debris has an effect on our economy, in tourism, the fishing industry, and navigation, which numbers have increased immensely over the years. Debris isn't something tourists want to see. This unwelcoming sight can bring down the amount of tourists visiting. If the debris is very critical, it may cause beaches or other sites to close. The amount of money spent to clean up the debris will be a loss of tourism money, but also cost even more. Repairing vessels take time and are very expensive. Fishermen from the Shetland Islands have noted that 69% of the catch is contaminated with debris. Moreover, marine debris is one of the causes of endangered and vulnerable species. Debris doesn't only affect marine wildlife, but also engines. And this is a problem especially here in Massachusetts. Ever wonder how debris ends up in our waters? They come in through runoffs, sewers, and litter on beaches shorelines. Fishermen do not help the problem either. Fishermen boats sent out into our waters throw their trash overboard. Bottles, plastic bags, napkins, and more trash are thrown into our waters. Imagine the damage that fishermen alone are adding on to this issue. They dump their trash right into the ocean. Since 1975, the National Academy of Sciences have estimated that 14 billion pounds of litter and debris are being dumped into our ocean every year. Since 1988, it's been illegal to dump debris into our waters, but the problem is that the government does not have an eye on the boats out into our waters, so it's very hard to enforce the law. Animal entanglement is another part of our issue. Animals such as seabirds, fish, turtles are being killed due to lost fishing gear in our water. Plastic entanglement is killing up to 40,000 seals a year. The seal population has dropped to a 46 population since 1976. Seabirds diving for fish dive for bait on fishermen line, getting caught up in the nets. Suffocation, starvation, drowning have increased the vulnerability to predators, and there are also injuries due to entanglement. Volunteer workers in the 2008 International Coastal Cleanup event discovered that 443 animals, birds, and other animals entangled in traps and by marine debris. Entanglement in marine debris causes infection, starvation, restriction to movement, and drowning. Turtles, whales, and seabirds are critically injured with marine debris, fishing lines and nets, or even plastic soda rings. After a seabird's encounter with a fishing net, it may lose its ability to stay away from predators or catch its own prey. Seabirds can also suffer from compressive mobility. Plastic harnesses constrict movements for seals, and leading to future amputation of their flippers, tails, or even flukes. So this is a chart that represents the different animals affected by and entangled with marine debris. So the biggest number here is birds, but there are different debris such as fishing nets and plastic bags that affect all of them. Plastic soda rings, pellets, styrofoam often end up inside of turtles, taking its food. clogging their intestines and start to miss key nutrients. The turtles start to starve. Small plastic particles have been found in the stomach of 63 of the world's approximately 250 species of seabirds. Of 38 green turtles found, 62% had eaten some type of marine debris. Some plastics can contain toxic chemicals that can not only cause the death, but also the failure for an animal to reproduce. Debris can leave physical blockage in the digestive system, which is very painful. Blue whales, humpback whales, southern right whales have eaten some type of debris mistaken for prey. Rainer's whales ingest sharp hooks that puncture their stomachs, causing infection and later even death. Goose and goose-sized chicks are dying with caps and cigarette lighters inside their stomachs. So what I'm about to show you is an animation I found on the internet. Most marine debris, being plastic, may take many years to break down. Plastic bags and disposable diapers alone take 450 years until it's gone. 450 years for every plastic bottle in our water. An aluminum can take over 200 years until it's gone. A fishing line, 600 years. The main idea is that not every piece of plastic will be gone, but it will be beyond our lifetime. How do we preserve our planet for posterity? The answer is to keep our waters clean. Us humans being the main cause of debris, we will never know how long it will take until every single piece of debris is completely gone. Although we are the main cause, we can still help this global issue. One solution is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Separating our plastics from our trash can reduce the amount of plastics entering our oceans. Another solution is not to litter and to place more plastic trash bins and recycling bins in our streets. We dump trash everywhere, beaches, parking lots, streets, in front of our homes. No matter what, one way or another, all that trash ends up in our waters. There are many organizations working to clean up our water, such as Ocean Conservancy, International Coastal Cleanup, Ocean Action, NOAA Marine Debris Program, and SALT, all working and lending a helping hand to our environment. If we destroy our humanity, we destroy our water. Stop the problem at its source before it reaches our water. And for my Global Ocean issue, I also made an art piece which can be found in the science wing. I decided to use a seabird to represent ingestion because they are one of the main species suffering from ingestion. The bird is filled with bottle caps and rubber gloves and different other plastics that can be found in our waters. Thank you.